Ladies and gentlemen, the woman with all the answers, or if she doesn't have them, she'll ask her husband Lloyd. From the UBS Broadcast Center, Dr. Joanne.
This is the time of year where elementary, middle school, and high school students are about to celebrate. In a couple weeks, school will be out at long last. But it's also a time of adjustment and mixed emotions for the people who teach those students. And summer isn't always an easy time for teachers. Our resident psychologist, Dr. Joanne Stephenson, is here to offer some help for teachers who can't seem to let go of the classroom for the summer. Thank you for being with us today.
I always enjoy being here with you.
An old myth is that teachers had 3 months off just like their students. But with school starting earlier and earlier, teachers only have about 6 weeks off before they have to report back to school. How difficult is it to unwind during that time?
Well, it can be, and that sounds like a lot of time off, but it isn't really. I taught in the public schools for quite a few years before I got to higher ed, and I realized that good teachers are never off. And they have so many demands. It's a stressful job. It's a job that takes all of you. And really good teachers are constantly thinking of new ideas. They're not off. They bring homework at night. They work on the weekends. In the summer, they usually take classes. They're constantly thinking of ways to improve what they do. And so it can be hard to detach. You don't just flip a switch and, okay, now I'm just going to do nothing.
Right.
But it's important that they do, because everybody has needed them so much. You know, they're not just giving lessons, they're nurturing children, they're loving them, they're protecting them, they're taking care of a lot of needs during the days. And then they have their families to take care of and their home to run and a spouse. And so they really need to take time for them, time to, like you said, unwind, time to relax. They need to be able to just say, okay, now this first week is for me. And just sit out in the sun, take long hot baths, try to get that quiet time, read the books that you don't have time to read for fun. And then just kind of slide into the normal routine, which in the summer can be just as hectic because teachers are still parents, still spouses, still have a lot of things to do.
Right. We've heard teachers talk about being under immense pressure for their jobs during the weeks of Tennessee testing.
Yeah.
What is the best way to cope during this time?
Well, there's always a lot of stress then. It's the end of the year, a lot of things to wrap up, a lot of things to finish. And then testing, everybody puts so much stress on that. If you've been teaching well all year, your students should do well, and you should look at it as a time that you can show that. So trying not to let that anxiety come in that can take over, but just look at it as an opportunity for you, for the students. You want them at optimal performance. That's not stressed out. It's not who cares. It's right up there with, wow, this is important and let's do our best.
Right.
So motivating them, and they take from you. So when the teachers are stressed out, because the administration is stressing them out, that kind of goes down to the kids. So just letting them know this is a part of school, this is something we do, and we want to do it well.
Right. If I were a teacher and I came to you and I said, Dr. Joanne, what's the most important thing to do during my first week off of school? What would you say?
Nothing. I would say, just try to not have that to-do list in your head all the time. Try to take that quiet time. You need some sunshine because you haven't had any in a long time. Mm-hmm. Try to, think, what do I want to do just to be quiet and relax for a little while, and not just jump into that new set of everything that you're doing for the summer. Take care of yourself, especially teachers, because they're people who want to make a difference. Mm-hmm. And so they kind of feel selfish doing anything for themselves. No, you have to do for yourself or you have nothing to give to anyone else. Right. You have to refresh yourself and get your stamina back.
Exactly.
And you do that by relaxing.
Yes, well, thank you for being with us today.
I wish we had all day to talk.
Me too.